What up, guys? It's your boy Trevor back with another Raw Talk podcast for September 12th, 2020. I almost said 2013. 2020. And in today's podcast, we're taking it real serious. We're going to be talking about how I feel about the community, how I feel about supporting small businesses and supporting the community, especially during this (2020) pandemic. And there's one restaurant in particular that I have been supporting for a very long time because they've been around this community for over 30 plus years. And they are the ones that make the community. These big chain restaurants, they are not the ones that are really making this community what it is, because they're not the ones that are supporting this community. They're not the ones that are going out of their way to shop at the local restaurants. They're not the ones shopping at the local gas stations. They're not the one buying and doing things. They're not the ones that are actually in the community. If you look at like an Applebee's, a Chili's, a Red Lobster, they are big corporations of millions and millions of dollars. And what do they have to give to the community of my actual town or city? They don't really offer much. So this place called All American Hot Dogs and Sandwiches, they have basic things on the menu and their basic names. They'll say like chicken sandwich, pita with meat. It'll say like steak pita. So you're getting steak, onions, and peppers. They have very simple names that you just go in there. Well, I want an egg pita. It's just eggs in pita bread, and they're not Americans. Basically, what I mean by that is they were not originally from America, but they've been here for 30 plus years, so I consider them hardworking Americans, right? Even if they're from like Afghanistan or wherever they're from, they're cool ass people. They're very friendly, and they are very inspirational, because when you go to their place, like I just went to them about an hour ago, and I picked up a steak pita, which is like their version of a Philly cheesesteak, which I definitely really enjoy their food. And also, I picked up one of their egg cheese pita with onions and peppers, and it was really great. Like, the quality of food is phenomenal. It's really delicious, really flavorful. And I overheard one of the guys. I guess he's one of the owners, because it's like a family-owned business, and they've been around, like I said, for 30 years. And this young kid came in, probably like 16, 17, riding his bicycle, and he bought a little sandwich with like onion rings. So the guy goes, "Man, we need all the help we can get right now. It's tough." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's been tough, man. This coronavirus has basically almost knocked us off our feet." And I asked him, "Why are you guys still open?" He goes, "Why wouldn't I be open? I need to make a living to support my family, and because of the coronavirus, we're losing money and we're down and almost out." And that's why I tell people you should always support your local businesses, because when you're supporting the local businesses, they are the ones that are struggling. If you go to like the Walmarts, the Targets, the Best Buys, the Amazons, they're the ones that during the pandemic have gone up 150%. Their stocks were like this, and then it just went like this, which is so crazy. And then small businesses were like doing good, and then they just plummeted because people are so scared to go out and do things. But this restaurant, like I said, they're very friendly people with high quality food, and if they've been around for 30 years, I'm going to support them because I want to be a part of the community. I like Joey Diaz says, the reason he moved out of the Los Angeles area into a smaller environment is because there's that community. When you're in a smaller community, people are more friendly, more talkative, want to be around you. When you're like in a major city and you're shopping at the major retailers, there's no community there. Most people will never know who you are. But when you go to this small place, like the small little restaurant, people there will remember you. It's the old school way, like my parents used to say. You would go to the same place, and they'd go, "Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Billy, you're coming in and getting your steak and cheese sandwich," because they know you. They interact with you. But if you go to like the big chain restaurants, those people have no idea who you are. They don't know your favorite order unless you're frequently going there like 1,000 times. But when you go to these mom and pop places, the food is pretty phenomenal, and usually the quality of ingredients is really great, because anybody could go make a big chain restaurant and sell like whatever they want. But this restaurant, like I was saying, I'm supporting them because I love their. It's not just the food is great; it's the service. Okay, they're friendly, they're talkative, they ask you how your day is, how's work, how are you doing, and that's why I support these kind of places, like small food trucks, small food vendors, small restaurants. And that's why I said in a video vlog like about a couple months ago, that's why I'm supporting these places, because I don't want the community to be shut down and places going out of business, because I'd feel shitty if my job went out of business and I didn't have a job to go to. And these people are just doing their job of making food that they love, and that's what they do. They love making food and supporting their community and giving good quality ingredients. So when you hear somebody like a Joey Diaz saying he loves the community, he loves the fact that he can come on YouTube or on his podcast and shoot the shit with you guys for an hour, and everybody shares his stuff, likes his stuff, gives back to his community. And like I've always thought of, when you listen to Joey Diaz, he is probably, you would consider like a millionaire, makes a lot of money. He's a comedian. He probably has enough money that he really doesn't have to work the rest of his life, because his podcast gets a decent amount of money. I heard he gets about $200,000 every year from his podcast, which $200,000 is a lot of money, especially for people like myself. I would love that kind of cash money. But you would never know it if you didn't know who Joey Diaz was and you just tuned into a podcast. You would assume like he's a regular ass dude talking about regular ass things. And he says your word is your bond. If you're going to tell people you're going to do something, you do it. So that's what this restaurant's motto is. We're going to bring you good quality food at a very low cost. And that's what they do. Their menu's like $5, $6, maybe $6 at the most. Most of the stuff that they sell is on the cheaper price point, because they know when you have reasonable prices and it's good quality food and it's good customer service, you're going to have the people coming back day in and day out. And like I said, All American Hot Dogs and Sandwiches is one of the best restaurants in town. And most people that I know of who live here don't even know it exists, because they're so focused on going to the mom and not the mom and pop shops. And I don't care if it's 2020. I'm still going to support this place. And there's a thing going around right now that people are asking, should we be able to go trick-or-treating? Should our kids be able to go out and trick-or-treat? Do you guys agree that trick-or-treating should be option for kids right now? Or should we just shut down society again and not go to the trick-or-treating? So would someone like to explain to me why it's okay to go to the grocery store, go to Walmart, go to the gas station, but they're trying to ban everything else? Why is it okay to go to the park? Why is it okay to do everything else, but they say, oh, don't go to a trick-or-treating event, don't have trick-or-treating? Why would it not be okay? So we had to switch it up for a minute because my computer was messing up a little bit. So with that being said, what I was talking to you guys about is the sickness that's going on right now with the government. The news outlets are trying to tell kids, hey, should we have Halloween? Should we be able to even have a normalcy again? Should we even have a Halloween where kids can go get candy, even if the person left the big thing of candy on their doorstep and no one was out there? They're still saying, should we even have this? Should we even have a Halloween? Should we even have kids out there getting candy? This is dumb shit. This is real dumb. And you know why I feel it's real stupid that you're letting the media put fear into it? It's okay to have a kid go out and go enjoy Halloween. They want to dress up. Why are the Halloween stores open? You have Spirit Halloween open. Why do they even have that open if there's not going to be any Halloween, no trick-or-treating, no kids going to do something normal? This is getting to the point it's ridiculous. Kids need to have kid things to do. They can't just live a life of like an adult. Kids need to have that normal thing, dressing up, doing that kind of thing. If you're going to tell me, little Jimmy, you can't go out and have a Halloween, you can dress up but stay in the house, that is stupid to me. Like my brother was saying, if you can go to the grocery store every single day and there's how many people in Walmart? 50, 60, 30, 40 people? How many people at the grocery store? How many people at the beach, the park, the gym? Let your kids go out and have some sort of a normal life. This is what's fucking kids up and messing people up and scaring people. And you're like, well, should we even have Halloween for the kids? The kids need something to do. We need, I can say, okay, you don't need the haunted homes, the haunted houses. You might not need that kind of thing. But what you do need is the ability to have your son or your daughter to be able to go outside and interact with other children. It's like the people that were saying, my kids should not go back to school because they're going to get the coronavirus. Okay, I know someone who's a teacher, and I said, here, how do you feel about going to school because you've been technically working from home since March when they kicked you out of school and said every classroom is going to be virtually on Zoom chat? And you know what the lady said, which has been a teacher for like 20 years? She goes, oh, schools are opening again? I need to get my ass back in the classroom and need to get back to work. And I was like, aren't you scared about getting the coronavirus? And she goes, no, sir. I've been around 40, 30 kids for the last 20 years. My classroom has 35 kids, and I've been around these kids when they had the flu, when they have had bronchitis. I've never got sick. I'm not sick of this coronavirus. I'm not going to get it. She said, if she's been around this many kids during flu season, she's not going to get the coronavirus. She wants to go back to school, and that's what she did. She said, I'm happy to get the hell out of the house and stop working from my couch. And that's what you got to do. You got to be like, hey, I'm not in fear anymore. I got to go. You got to get up and go. But for those people that are living in the fear and panic, you can't do that. You cannot just keep living your life in the fear and the panic. You cannot let the fear and panic take over. You got to at least allow your children to have some sort of an okay, normal life, okay? If you're okay with taking your kids to the grocery store to buy a sandwich or buy beer or buy whatever you do when you go to the grocery store, let your kid walk the neighborhood with you safely. Even if you want to stay 6 feet from one another, they gotta be able to go out and have fun. If the NFL last night had a football game with 10 to 20,000 people, whatever was in that building, in that arena, if there was enough people in that arena, including the staff, the players, the referees, the cameramen, the announcers, let's just say there was a total of, let's say, 18,000 people combining with the crowd, even though they were social distancing. If you're telling me there was 18,000 people in one place at one time, that's a hell of a lot more people than you're going to have at a trick-or-treat, okay? To be honest, I want to go buy candy, and I don't care if I set it out on my porch or whatnot. I want kids to be able to go out of their house and enjoy the trick-or-treating. I want them to enjoy grabbing a Snickers out of that candy box and go, ooh, your boy Trevor gave me a Snickers. You got the good shit, because I enjoy that. The whole 5 years I've been living in this home, I've been giving out like the good candy, the Snickers, the Reese's peanut butter cups. And the kids are always like, damn, you give out the good shit. You're damn right I do, because I want to see the kids have a great time. It's all about them. It's not about the adults. It's about the kids. You got to realize when you put fear and panic in the kids, you don't realize what we're doing to kids by putting them through this fear panic state. At a young 5 to 10-year-old age, not being around other kids, you know what the actual problem is? And you might go, What? What's the problem of not being around a lot of kids? Well, it's called their social skills. They need to go talk to other kids about other kid things. You think we have conversations as an adult talking about UFC fights or talking about that hot Bahama Mama girl that we seen at work? Like, yeah, you seen Michelle at work? That girl's hot, right? Girl, if you sit down and you shut your mouth and you listen to kids, you listen to the kids in your home, punk, they will actually be talking about stuff like, they'll be like, did you see SpongeBob SquarePants? That episode last night was fun and exciting. They talk about the same things we do, but they do it in a childish way. They'll talk about that new TikTok video, while somebody like us, when they come to you, Daddy, TikTok video, we don't get the interest in that stuff because it's for kids. And kids need to be around other kids. If you're really against kids having kid fun, or are you just more in fear and panic that the kids are going to get sick? Because like I said in the very beginning, I'm out here saying it's okay for kids to go to school. It's okay for kids to have Halloween. Because look at it this way. I've been at work around 400 people since the pandemic started, and I've never gotten sick once. Nobody I work with, like in my actual group of friends, have got sick from this virus. And we're there every day working with 400 people every single day. You think the grocery store workers are getting sick? They've been around each other since the pandemic started. You think the Walmart worker is getting sick? No. If your kid can go out for a couple of hours, for even an hour, let them go out and enjoy their life. Like I said in the beginning, they should be able to enjoy their life just like any business should be able to stay open so they can make a living. Any business that can stay open that's supporting someone's family, that is an essential business. Okay? If it's a restaurant, a bar, a club, whatever it is, if that guy or girl is supporting their family on that paycheck that they're getting from that club, bar, whatever they're doing, that's what they need to be doing. So with that being said, guys, that is the episode for today. You know you just got your boy on a very ranty McRanterson because your boy really wants to see kids out there having a great time and enjoying their life, okay? That's what it is. I think if I was able for my whole life to go out there and have trick-or-treating and enjoy that kind of stuff, why put so much fear into these kids where they're like, Mommy, there's a TikTok video where this little girl's going, everything has to be closed. Everything has to be closed for everybody to be safe. But there's nothing open that's fun or exciting. Even my favorite restaurant, McDonald's, doesn't allow me to go play on the playground. And I'm crying and I'm very sad. And it makes me sad seeing that because that little girl loves going out and going to McDonald's, enjoying the burger. Even though we know McDonald's isn't good, she enjoys eating the burger. But the most fun that she enjoys going to the McDonald's is playing on the play equipment and going into little balls and going into little play equipment. That's what I remember as a kid too. Going to McDonald's with my mom and dad, and we would go, me and my brother would go play in the little play area and enjoy the play area for what it was. And we had a great time, and this little girl saying, it's messed up that everything has to be closed, so there's nothing fun and exciting going on. And that's like a little child saying it's messed up. A little kid saying this is messed up. Start listening to little kids. Little kids have stuff to say. It's just as an adult, we just blow it off. It's just not that much fun or exciting. Because if I go to, let's just say, a Walmart, they try to make it inviting. Hey, welcome to Walmart. But more than likely, none of those employees know who the hell you are. None of them really care. They're just wanting to make a paycheck. But when it's a little small mom and pop place, they want to make it as friendly as possible because they want you to come back. Because without you, they're not making a living. And it's so sad to see all these places closing down and all these places going out of business due to the government mandated these lockdowns. I'm glad I see a lot of these places saying we're not locking down, we're staying open. You want to arrest us? You arrest us. Why is it okay that the media stays open and the media keeps portraying the news, but it's not okay for a gym owner who wants to keep people healthy? What's more important? Keeping people healthy in a gym environment, making sure they're in shape, making sure they feel good about themselves, and that brings down the stress level and the depression in someone's life, or some newscaster that says, hey, there's 10,000 COVID-19 numbers spiking in Melbourne, Australia right now. You know what they're doing in Melbourne, Australia? Before we go, my buddy Dan sent me a video, and I watched it, of Australia. What they're doing is they're actually ripping motherfuckers out of their car and making them give them information about the coronavirus. And they're saying, you can't leave your house no matter what. And if you leave your house and we see you in your car, we have the law behind us that says we can rip you out of your car. Like, oh, if your window's down, they could, or your window's up, they could break your window, throw you out of the car, and demand you to give them information. What? When I seen that, I showed my pops, and my dad was like, holy shit, is that going to happen here? I'm like, it possibly could. If it's happening in Australia, one of the biggest motherfucking countries in the world, yeah, it could happen here. But with that being said, guys, it's your boy Trevor back with another Raw Talk podcast. Woo! I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.